back with an amazing topic. So I'm going to wait for all of you guys to join. We're a couple minutes late because, first of all, my kitchen clock is delayed. And then second of all, we went live. I said my whole introduction. And then we realized we were on Gabe's Instagram and not on TDC's Instagram. So we're back, but we're here. I'm going to wait for all of you guys to join. Happy TDC Thought Thursday. I hope you're grabbing your coffee, your tea, whatever it may be, so you guys can join us. Today, we're really diving deep on what this whole thing about funnels is all about. And it's super interesting because we've been reading Russell's book, and there's just so much information that we love sharing with our clients, with you guys, and we want to make sure that everybody has this down. And there's just so much information that we decided to split it up into different parts. So what we're going to do is today we're going to talk about the main part of the beginning. So what you have to do no matter what type of business you are starting, no matter if you're selling products, services, online, network marketing, anything, it can relate to anything. And this is absolutely amazing. And it's the most important thing to do once you begin a business. So hello to you guys who are joining us. Happy Thursday, Marce and KB. Grab your cup of coffee, grab your tea. Hello to YouTube. Tell me where you guys are tuning in from. Today we're talking all about what this whole funnel is. So have you guys ever heard of a funnel? Let me know. Hello, Fran. Hello, YouTube. Hello to Chicago. Hello to Jimmy. Hello to Fred. I see you guys all on YouTube. If you have any questions, go ahead and send them in the comments as we go, and we'll go ahead and get started. So tell me if you guys have a business, or if you're thinking of starting a business, if you guys know what a funnel is. Maybe you guys hear of a funnel and you just think of what you use to transfer a certain item into a smaller container. I know that's what I used to think of it. So super interesting topic. I can't wait to share with all of you guys. And in specific, today we're diving into our dream customer. So this is the most important part of the funnel because it's where everybody needs to start. No matter what you're selling, like I mentioned before, it is absolutely necessary for you to know exactly who your customers are. All right? So let's see this. Hello to you guys joining YouTube. I see you guys. So I see that you guys already have, okay, so somebody put that they already have a business. Awesome. And they have no idea what a funnel is. So you're definitely going to get a lot of knowledge from this video. So let's go ahead. Let's dive in.
Hello guys, how are you? So happy to be here once again. Happy TDC Thought Thursday. We're ready to dive deep into this topic of finding your dream customer, creating your funnel. A lot of these theories come from Russell Brunson, which is the founder of ClickFunnels. He's doing an amazing job for business owners to be able to transition from a website to a funnel, which is 10 times even easier for you to build that audience and be monetizing the audience. So it's super interesting, everything we have to say today. So super happy for this one. Hello YouTube, hello the podcast, and hello everyone on Instagram.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So a funnel. First of all, I think it's super important for you guys to understand, okay, Laura, what's a funnel? So I think this image truly describes exactly what a funnel looks like. So it's kind of like in this V shape, and it goes from a really wide part to a narrow part. And before this, we see the traction of a little track. So this is the path that we have to take in order to get our audience, right? We have to convince them of something in order to start going through that funnel. And then from the last step of the funnel, they come out and we hit that target by getting them to take the action of our choice, whether it's buy our product, buy our service, give us a call, attend our events, shop from any of our physical stores, even visit your physical location, okay? That can also be the end goal of your funnel. So this really applies to any business, no matter what you're selling and who you're selling to. So as you guys see, this is a huge journey, and this journey varies for every company. Every business, no matter if you're in the same industry, no matter if you sell the same products, everybody's going to be on a different path than you in specific. So that's why it's so important that we really go to the first step. So in our first step, you guys can see how we have a magnet that's attracting people. So that's what a lot of people would call a lead magnet, or it can be called a freebie. It can be called a generator, like generating leads. There's many different ways of calling this depending on what industry you are in, okay? So today, we're really gonna concentrate on this first part of deciding and defining who our dream customers are. This is super important because let's say if I just throw out a magnet out there and let's say I throw out a magnet on Times Square, okay? In non-corona times when there's tons of people walking by, would I really want everybody to be stuck to my magnet? Or would I really be looking in specific, let's say for millennials, or maybe I'm looking for business owners, or maybe I'm looking in specific for, let's say, athletes that run and that would buy in specific my running shoe. So we want to make it super specific for our magnet to be able to go down and pick up exactly our target audience, okay?
Exactly. So when you think of a funnel, that's just a word to define a website that only has one purpose. So when people usually go to a website, you have many choices, many options. You can click testimonials, you can click a portfolio, you can do the contact information. So you're basically putting walls on walls on walls. So they don't know what to do and they're confused. And remember that a confused mind doesn't buy. So make sure that when you create a website, you only have one single goal from it. So that's the main purpose. So when you create a funnel, when we say funnel, we mean a website with only one single purpose. You don't have windows going around with different options for them to click around. You only have one option. And then when they pass that first option, they'll be able to pick another option because you're going to offer that second step in the funnel. So that's basically the definition of a funnel. When you compare it with a website, a funnel is one landing page with one single purpose, okay? So for this case, Laura explained the lead magnet. So you're offering something valuable, a template, a PDF, an ebook, something that's valuable for your target audience, for your dream customer, so they can apply, they put the email, and then they upgrade that to the second step. So they put the email, they get the ebook, they consume the value, and then you offer something even more valuable for a price. And then if they buy that, you're going to offer a third step, and so on until you get to your value ladder. So this is basically the idea behind a funnel that works. But the first step of this is basically finding that dream customer, because this is not going to work if you don't have a customer journey planned out. Because if you put a lead magnet that doesn't make any sense for step number 2 and 3, they won't buy step 2 and 3. So everything has to correlate and everything has to be around one single type of buyer persona. So make sure that when you're thinking about the first question you need to ask yourself is, who is my dream customer, okay?
Exactly. So let's go ahead and switch it over. So first of all, I want you guys to understand everything that we're going to go into. So this is super important. You can go ahead and screenshot this on YouTube If you guys send us a message, we can go ahead and send that over to you guys and to put it in the comments. It's basically the exact ladder of everything that we're going to cover. So who is your dream customer? What is your unique offer? What is your value ladder? Why are you an attractive character? And what's your story? Okay, so that's what we're going to cover along the whole term. And now we're diving into who is your dream customer. So let's go ahead to the next slide so you guys can ask yourselves these questions. So, and if you guys see that you have on Instagram Live any comments that are covering the thing, just go ahead and pull it down with one finger and you can minimize those comments, okay? That's a little trick for Instagram Live. All right, so your dream customer. Many times when people ask us, okay, who is your dream customer? Okay, let's say we sell these shoes for athletes. So I could say, okay, athletes, I sell both male and female shoes, so it doesn't matter. They have to be able to run, right? Because these are running shoes. And that's it. It's people that like running. That's it. You know, what comes to our head when we give such a general answer? It's so important for us to really understand that that's not enough. We have to dig in deeper because we know nothing about what I just mentioned. Now let's compare it to this. Okay, my dream customer, his name is Frederick. He is part of his track team. He runs, he's in a club. He does it on the weekends. He runs every other day, and in between, he's resting and he's doing his conditional training in order to strengthen his muscles for the next day. He is 23 years old. He's in college and he might be even drafted into a bigger club or a bigger step in this running and track world because he's such a good runner. In specific, when he's buying shoes, he needs to make sure he gets his step measured so that the shoe fits exactly how he presses down when he's running, right? By just giving you this information, you guys already are imagining all these things that Frederick does. Frederick already has a personality. He has a name. We have what he's doing in the weekdays. We can even figure out what he's doing on the weekends. This is such a powerful tool. That's why when we say find your dream customer, and really that's why we narrowed it down and we really wanted you to get this information at first because this is such a powerhouse. It's not just, okay, have this, now let's move on to the next step. No, take time, put a name to your dream customer, write down their interests, their hobbies, where they spend their free time, where they shop. These are all different interests, like different target holes that work whenever you're trying to pitch them. So if we know that Frederick during the week is also in conditional therapy, we can also target conditional therapy to show Frederick our shoes. We can also have a language so that he knows exactly maybe our shoe also works during the day when you're trying to smooth out your muscles, okay? There's just so many little things that we already know about these minimal details that we went in to get about Frederick. And there's so much more that we could figure out about Frederick.
Exactly. So this is super important every time you start any project of yourself. So the first question, even before the name of the company, before the logo of the company, or anything you're trying to do, just try to find that dream customer that makes you happy, that you really want to help, and the thing that's you're going to work with them every single day. So if this person doesn't align with your goals, your aspirations, your ambition, so you need to think about, is this really the person I want to work with? So make sure that this character is the one that you want to spend days and days and days. So you can be picky. This is the time to be super detailed or on who do you want to work with, because your time is valuable. Your expertise is valuable. Yes, it can help many people, but there are certain type of people that can be benefiting from your skills even more. So make sure that you think about this question next time you're thinking about the project you're trying to do or anything you're trying to launch. So make sure that put a name to it, find the interest, the hobbies, where they spend their free time, where they shop, how are they, like anything that you can find from them. So make sure you find this dream person, okay? So after you find it, then you can do everything else. Then you can go to our podcast and you can listen to all the tips that we have to say about your projects, anything that you want to learn about marketing. You can start thinking about the ads, the landing pages, the copywriting, but everything is going to be surrounding this dream customer, okay?
Okay, so we have our dream customer, we have everything. So what's the goal? Now the goal, in order, so that's like that transition into the next step, is to find out, in specific to Frederick, what bait would get his attention. So what's something that Frederick would be looking for? Maybe the right shoe in order for him not to get an injury while he's running. Maybe the right shoe in order for him to go faster, something that gives him more speed. That's so, so important. So in specific, when we know, we're going to be able to write the bait, which is adjectives, maybe that promote our product, which might be a way to get him into the funnel. It might be something that really triggers him into switching. Wow, that shoe is something that I need. Another big thing that we need to ask ourselves is, what results would they want? So it really separates you from the provider, so from the business owner to the client, the customer, whoever it may be, the person that's getting your service or your product, okay? That's really where we separate and we say, okay, let's stop thinking about what we as a business want and let's start thinking about what our customer wants, okay? What's the end goal for our customer? What are we trying to do for them? What problem are we solving for them? It's not for us to sell more shoes. It's not for us to get more sales. It's not for us to get our word out. It's not for us to build our brand awareness. What are we doing for them? What results would Frederick in specific want from something that we can provide? This is going to lead you into creating either your freebie, your lead magnet, your first part of your value offer, that huge thing. So that first level of the big funnel, which is where we're going to pull in Frederick and everybody else that's just like Frederick in the world.
Exactly. So let's go to the next slide.
So what we recommend, what can you actionably do today? Once you finish out asking yourself the questions about who your dream customer is and all those different aspects of this dream customer, print out exactly how you imagine your dream customer. So for us, our dream customer is Susie. And we printed out a photo of Susie and we have her hung up while we work, because anytime we're creating a product, anytime we're writing copy, anytime we're creating new content, we always switch from our heads into Susie's head. What would Susie like? What does Susie get inspired by? What does Susie get inspired by? What triggers Susie into taking actions, okay? That's why it's so, so, so important for you to actually imagine it. And I know it sounds kind of funny. Okay, I'm going to put a picture of a random person up on my wall. Why is Laura telling me to do this? Well, it's actually super, super important, because when you visualize this person literally comes alive in your mind, and you connect not only with their name and their interests, which you already figured out, but you also connect visually, okay? So it's just an amazing exercise. It's something that you can do today, set time to do it out today, and it's super actionable, okay? So at the end of this whole exercise, you're going to have your customer printed up on the wall, and you are going to send us a picture of it, okay? We would love to see how you guys are doing this exercise and how this is all coming up for you. If you have any questions along the way, you can also reach out to us. But your end goal, once you finish, is to have that person hung up, printed, at least printed out, okay? Printed out and with you whenever you work and whenever you plan new strategies, new content out for your business.
That's perfect. So as you said, as Laura said, this is super important, okay? Print that out, you have that in mind. So anything you do inside your business, ask yourself the questions: is this relevant to my dream customer? Is this relevant to this picture right here? And if it is, you can then apply it and execute the idea. If not, you can just move on because you have only one goal, and that one goal is to satisfy your dream customer, okay? So this is super, super important, as you heard. So make sure you do this ASAP before anything you do inside your business. Have a defined dream customer and stop trying to please everyone, because when you try to do that, you're pleasing anyone. So it's super, super important you have that specific person and make the best out of your time and satisfy this person, okay? So let's just open up the video right here. So if you have any questions, make sure to send that out. We're super happy to see you once again. And hopefully just let us know if you have any topics you want us to cover. We can go even deeper inside the funnel, the strategies, and all of this. So make sure you send the questions, and we're always, always happy to help.
Exactly. So YouTube, if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments. Instagram also. But remember that at the end of this exercise, you're going to define your dream customer, know exactly what they like, their interests, and you'll print out their actual face of how you envision them to be, and you'll have it with you anytime you're going to create new content, okay? That's the goal. And that's your homework for today's TDC Thought Thursday. Thank you guys for joining. I see one quick question on YouTube. So what happens okay, so this is a great question. So they have a product that's both for female and for male. So how do they pick which gender to focus on? Such a great question. Okay, so obviously there's tons of products. Our product can be also for anybody, for female, male, anybody. In specific, we went for Susie because we could figure out her interests more, her hobbies more, and we could really dive into her personality, okay? So do something that resonates a little more with your business. It doesn't, so obviously we work with everybody. We work with females and we work with males, but you can just pick in specific in order to dive in deep, okay? So just like Frederick, there's probably going to be an Ashley who also runs, who's also on the track team, and who also needs our shoe. So remember, keep in mind that Frederick, yes, he's our dream customer, but just like Frederick, there's a group of people, both female and male, that are represented by this Frederick that we are concentrating our energies on, okay? So great question. And if you guys have any more questions as you go along, just send us a message. We're always available, okay?
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're so happy to see you once again, and see you in the next TDC Thursday at 11 a.m., okay?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a good week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, YouTube.
Bye-bye, YouTube.